So, welcome, welcome. I hope you can understand me clearly, loud and clearly, loud enough and clearly. I am here in the neighborhood for this beautiful special day as a, I, how do you call it? It's a higher point, right? Höhepunkt. What is Höhepunkt in English? So we reach a level. It's the last module, and we wanna download together your strategy today. This is so exciting. And I first just want to thank you to participate, to interact also in the community. I mean, especially you both here. This is just amazing. And for everyone who is listening in the recordings, just stick into, yes, trust the moment, trust your own momentum, your own power of now, and interact despite of the schedule of the experience. Just trust and do it and interact, because interaction is everything. It allows to connect, it allows to bond, it allows to go deep, and that's what we want, right? We want that also for our clients, and we are always the best client, which we wish for us too. And this is the mirroring principle, right? The one law of universe. So I have here captions. I must blend them out. So let's go on. The dentist is here, aka Tina. And Barbara is here. Welcome, welcome. And we will see who will come later on. And a beautiful welcome also to everyone in the recording. By the way, tomorrow I will come live again for a shopping call. I call it like that, to explain my secret shop, to give you more informations, as you can see when you just click on the at the classroom. It's like closed, right? And when you click there, you have more information. Actually, it's like a former sales page, but it's not enough sometimes. So I really like the shopping calls. It's a name I got as an inspiration from my own mentor. And I really enjoy that. And I invite you to step into. Probably I might it on Zoom. Probably I do it with Loom. We will see. But take your time to watch it, not only to learn and to get an inspiration how you want to do it with your clients, but also to just receive what is meant for you, right? Sometimes we are in a free container and we think I grab that and that's enough, and now I have something to do, and I come back when I need the next step. And normally it's not like that. From your soul, it's obviously that you set up, right? The free stuff too. It's in my world always the same high energy like in my paid container. It's not about free, low price or high price. It's always my best. I'm here and I give it. It's accordingly to the container how it is constructed, right? So I would never give a proximity, one-on-one proximity for months in a free container. It's not accordingly to the free container. But we decide how we want to construct it, how we want to manage it, and it's always soul aligned. That's what I encourage you. So we had so many beautiful modules. Do you remember on something? Do you want reflect on a pearl or an aha? Or I saw, I mean, for Tina, so many things rippled up, like literally a ripple. I saw it with your feedbacks. Thank you so much for that. It's amazing how you quickly implement and how you can observe yourself and actually see what changed. And this is a big beauty because you can create a compound effect with your own gratitude and with your own stunning feelings, right? And we can then also observe ourselves if we are accidentally on a lack mindset, meaning when we observe, oh, I gained a new potential client in my group, or oh, I gained a new client, and then the limitation would come up like, but it's only for blah 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 dollar, or but it's only a potential client, not a paying client. So when we learn to observe ourselves, we really can catch up the limiting part, and we can go through a transformation again. And this is where the inner leadership is stepping in. When we are able to do that, this is actually divine, right? The growth has been so very exciting. It's crazy, right? I'm so happy for you, and I'm so thankful. And it's such a good example to see. I mean, she is stepping up since day one, right? And she is here with a high energy, with excitement and trust. And this is actually, yes, she's showing up. We see her picture. We see her name even when we have some discussions, right? But that's it. That's exactly the point. This alignment accordingly to your soul's purpose, to step up and to do the inner work and to do the steps which are coming in. We know now. Please share your pearls in the chat. I just chat a little bit more because I wait on your pearls. We know now how important it is that we do things, but not just so that we do something, but also that we do the right things. And the right things are soul aligned. We just have to ask our soul. And when our soul has a vessel, as a resonance, which makes sense for your strategy, which is meant for you, then you are able to realize what you really want. And that's what we do here actually in this experience. We create a vessel through our mind, through our logic, through learning, through awareness, and then we download. That's why we have it in module 5, the download of your strategy. Hi, Claudia. Nice to meet you. So beautiful that you are here too. So as soon as you shared some of your ahas, you don't have to know from which modules. It's not important. Just what gave you goosebumps, clarification, direction. Yeah, it's absolutely okay, Claudia. Thank you that you're here. So we learned a big part. We learned a lot. We also learned how to deal with things we already know in this energy of trust and awareness and the power of now. And Barbara's gem is she is a papaya. I'm so happy that you're a papaya. And the funny thing is we are actually always a papaya, but we don't know. We don't know it. It's all about awareness. And then we can do this compound effect because we know about and we do something in the name of power of now, right? And sometimes it's only a mind game, a game in our mind. It's nothing else, right? We 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 think something, we have to do so many things, but the big part is just happening here. Rearranging, clarifying, moduling, creating an effectivity, learn to create priorities. I just had this conversation with Barbara in her one-on-one. This is really, it's not how it works from the old economy. If you once learned how to prioritize, how to do goals with the SMART model, let's say, or whatever, it's not working in the new world. Literally, it's not working anymore. You get exhausted. It's not working anymore. So we have to learn to do the priorities in a new way, to find an effectivity which is helping and supporting us and using autopilots as much as possible. Energetical autopilots, but also digital, right? And let's say when we are seeking for a community platform, it's really, we are on the right place with a school. It's the most, I just explained it this morning to my other clients in the membership Tourmaline, Perception Palace Tourmaline. In the last years, I gave my clients so many recommendations for software. Please buy that, please buy that, please buy that, do that, and learn videos and how to do and blah, blah. And now with school, we have about, let's say it's a feeling, right? About 80% all included. It's such a clever software school and with so beautiful values. As soon as you activate the community, you are invited to come the community of the schoolers, they call it schoolers, and then you perceive that more. You realize the values more. You get the classroom there, and you can actually follow the school news on YouTube already now to get how they think and how they work. And I never experienced that before. It's a a massive customer service, a massive listening, and a big serving to our best. And that's what we actually also want to give to our clients, but not with exhausting. We have always in our mind, we get exhausted when we give massive value, right? We think it's connected to time. And that's what I wanted to teach you in the last modules. I hope I got it. I brought you there on this point. It's no contradiction to realize, especially when you work online, but also when you combine it with offline, it's no contradiction to create something and to serve a lot of people. And it's, of course, you have to learn how to moderate that. And I also always recommend to use your psychic skills while you are doing things. I mean, here, I always open fields because I want to create this energy, and this energy is always vibrant, vibrant also when people are watching the recording, also when it's for years there and serving other people. It's only our ego telling us, oh, this is an old video. It's probably not valuable anymore. But we learn to go with the quantum field, which is trust, the power of now, power of one. And to create the power of one, even when 20 people listen, when 200 people listen, when 2,000 people listen, this is the magic, actually. I appreciate that our offers are also papayas in their own rows that help each other bear fruit. This is so good, right? This is so good because this is actually so much helping in the selling part at the end. You don't have to do this many sales conversation on Zoom or in person. And a lot of online entrepreneurs go with that. And they have big teams and big expenses. It's not necessary. when you work with the papaya principles, you can ask your best clients if they want to be ambassadors. I also asked Barbara for this round and Arnold uh, if I can mention them as ambassadors in the shop when someone has a question, because sometimes people have question and they don't want to talk with me about that. They would appreciate to talk with a former or existing client, yeah, right? It's raw, it's real, it's right. So in my world, in my kingdoms, I call these clients ambassadors, and they are a special papaya. It's always a papaya, a potential client, a client, or an ambassador, always. But when someone is realizing what it means for its own world to offer this space as an ambassador, it's like a compound effect, what we create for each other and everyone involved. And in the same time, because we have the papaya principles or papaya growth principles also with our offer suite, and we start with one, like one papaya, right? Then it happens that people which or soul people or soul clients which are on the growth, they know from the other papaya, they know from the other offer, they know from the bigger offers. As longer as they are on our growth, the more they know how it works, and they love the growth. And if not, they leave, but they know we can come back anytime. And normally we take place on the same spot. Normally the papaya wants to round on the same spot because there was a pre-work, right? This is actually also in school. It's very touching. I don't know if you know that when you are in a school community and you create a beautiful leadership on the leaderboard and you reach several levels, and then you decide to leave this community, it doesn't matter if it's paid or not, and later on you come back, you get the same leaderboard back because it's natural. It's just natural to give your prep work back, right? It's very, very touching. So that's the same with the papaya growth. When we imagine our papaya is an offer, and suddenly there is a time we have to tweak it, to adjust it, to pivot it. And then we realize, okay, for a moment, I take it out of the shelf. I don't want it visible in my shop. But I adjust it, or I just go with it, like being pregnant, right? And at the same time, you do the other things. And suddenly it's coming back, even brighter, even with a special, like here in the Soul Strategy experience, what will happen, because this is the first edition in English, with every new edition, I will add a bonus module for those who already were here, who are repeating the experience. I will ask for downloads for them because it's the next level for them, but it's this divine humility to step in again, knowing I always have something which I could not get last time, which I will hear this time. And in addition, she is also sticking in again and asking for downloads, even if it's the same model. And so you get always the adjusted models. But in my experience, you also get a bonus model as a let's say long time participant in the experience. And that's what I mean, it's natural. And that's why I recommend for your offers too. It doesn't matter if it's free or paid. It really doesn't matter that you adjust it, that you adjust it with your own authenticity and When you get downloads, you add it. And when you invite your people to the second round or the third round, or let's say it's every summer, it's again summer, please, doors are open soon, come in. You invite, of course, your existing clients too, to do it again so that they can grab their own next level concerning these topics, right? This is only divine, and we stack, we build up on the last level, literally, always, and in every topic, in every papaya, in every growth, right? Papaya growth. So let's talk about a little bit on the milestones of the last modules before we go in for the download. It's so important that we don't forget, we just use something which is already here. We use it more consciously. And thanks to our conscious with me moment, I will not miss it. When I do it every day and I connect not only with me and my center, but also with my soul, I can trust I will get the things which are meant for me, or an awareness for a specific law of nature or law of universe, and how to treat it, how to lead the energies, meaning my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, my habits. Habits are energies on autopilot, right? Learn to create automations energetically. An habit is an automation energetically. Learn to create it also digitally and combine the things. Learn to use your energy work, your inner work, but also what you learned from that and your psychic skills in the work with your clients. Even if you are not just on a call with them, tomorrow I send a specific audio message to one specific potential client because I just got the invitation from my soul several times in the last hours. Speak to her, speak to her, speak to her. Then I do it, and then I will do that no matter how many people are in my programs. If there are 5, 50, 500, 5,000 or 50,000, I will always do that because I trust. And I go in the flow with the laws which are offered here on this 3D planet, 3D monopoly Earth, for us as a soul. So let's play with it. And when you ask yourself, why did I not get an introduction as a child for that? Why did I not learn it in school? It's so easy because in the last centuries, the people with power were not interested that the human being has this power on its own. The people were not leadable and not as manipulative when they would have access to their own power, right? But the age has changed. We are literally already in the new age, when we want to call it like that. It means more awareness. It means more stepping in our own things and also in our own authority and power, which means also, of course, more responsibility, but it's so much easier, right? But it's also meant to connect, to learn again to connect, which nature is showing us also very beautifully when we ask for the mushrooms or for the stars. Do you see the net in the earth with the mushrooms and how every plant is connected with others? Do you see the net? You must Google that or YouTube that. There are so beautiful pictures there. Or do you remember on our net in our body, speaking of cells and DNA, and this is so magical. By the way, when I work with healing energy, it's much more effectful when I imagine myself that the cells are vibrant and like little animals with eyes and faces and smiling and working and doing their stuff. It's much more intensive and deep and creates more impact, actually. I liked it too. Thank you. So trust on the laws of nature, trust on the laws of universe, and learn to take them more often in your awareness so that you can more often do decisions which are accordingly to them. Then it's because it's nothing other than leading with literally highways which are already here. And if we would not go with these highways, we struggle. We are somewhere in the mountains beside these highways, or we are somewhere doing another loop, or we go accidentally back or in the other direction, but we have actually to go over there, right? We never arrive. We have, of course, a lot to do on these ways too, and a lot of experiences too, of course. But sometimes if you believe that we come back as a beautiful soul and we want to live this life again, that's actually where the déjà vus are coming from, if you are familiar with that. And if you believe that souls decide to come back and to live this specific life again, to do it better now, then it makes sense, because probably you had another version. I had definitively another version of Chantal with a lot of loops and not creating a direction to my goals, which were meant in this script for this human life, Chantal. I feel it. The older I get, the more I have this déjà vus. And I realize, okay, oh, okay. The more aware I am, the more in my center I am, the more I get this So care about some things accordingly to the law of nature. You just have to imagine how a plant is behaving. No judgment. She's just doing it, right? She's just increasing. She's just growing. And we think sometimes, I don't want to grow. It's enough. No plant is doing that. No plant. But the most important is the environment and the circumstances. Have a look where you are, where you live, where do you spend your time with the venue place, but also with the people and also with the circumstances or the bubbles where you are in the nets, like if you are part in a foundation or whatever. If you go to the gym, is this environment which is serving me, which is giving me energy, the joy? Is it nurturing my true soul path? And then do something for that, and then realize, okay, I'm more in my power, and it's not as often as earlier in my life that I have some distractions. When it was very hard to say no in the earlier life, no, I even have no circumstances to say no because I'm on my place. And then you also realize the fact that sometimes we self-sabotage ourselves is much less because you are on the right place, meaning in your center and nurturing your soul's path. And then learn to enjoy that. We know it. The up and downs, there are here still, right? We know that. It's not about a perfect life when we follow our purpose. But it's about enjoying the journey and realizing, oh my God, it's always a journey. Even if I reach my goals. And often I even don't realize that I just reached my goals. I realize it when I look back. Oh my God, how did that happen? Right? And it's only intelligent to just enjoy the journey, no matter what, without judgment. And this increasing, this growth is you accordingly to your unique code. In the Transformation Master Hub, it's another community I lead. We have 4 major workshops. They are only caring about codes because we have several codes within us. One code is a relationship code. Every human being has a known way to connect with others. And when we realize how our codes are, it's so much easier to nurture them. It's the same with the laws of nature and universe, right? As soon as I accept myself and I take myself how I am, and I realize there is the big potential, and there is the joy, and there is the excitement, and there is actually also the receiving and leaning back part, right? Then you are literally on your own highway, nurturing the laws of nature and universe. And you don't have, that's why so many people, when they talk from manifestation, that's why they often tell it's easy. And others are listening to them, what the fuck is she telling? It's not easy. Life is hard, right? But it's because of that. Are these codes fixed? It's very individual. Do you mean that? That's why I do the workshops. I lead. It's similar like here. I lead into some spaces in some vessels, and then you get your own way, your own codes with my instructions. No, it's for you. You mean your codes can develop because you will also develop. We always develop, right? We are a living being. We are adjusting every time. I mean, every day, literally 10 times at least, right? We are changing so fast, and the things are changing too. That's why it's important that you always ask for updates concerning your soul calling, your purpose, your soul strategy. You are always, you cannot miss the updates when you just enjoy your center every day. It's not possible to miss it, the updates. But I always offer the spaces, the safe spaces with my clients, because when we do it together, it's much easier and we are not alone, right? But you can do it alone. You just go in this conscious with me moments several times a day, and you don't miss the mini updates. They are often so many that we are not realizing it, and that this is the easiest way to get them, because when we miss it for, let's say, 30 days or 3 months or half a year, then it's a bigger update, like with our computers, right? It's a longer time than to install them, literally, than when we do it just every day. So we learned that the power of now is a thing, and it's a real thing. This is the thing with the momentum. And we learn to trust that I see now something, that I have the awareness or the exciting energy now is a sign from my soul. Or that you realize what our own growth codes are. You expanded your vessel, your awareness now concerning some entrepreneurial codes. And they were landing the last hours and days. And after that, when we do the download, you will realize you can only have a resonance and aha for something which is really meant for you and has the momentum. It could be that next week you get another aha concerning the same item, and you ask yourself, why has it not happened last week? Because there was no momentum, right? So we also learned the power of one and how divine it is and how easy it is. And it makes our life actually also easy, right? Thank you for the feedback. Beautiful. So good. So we also learned about the shopping principle, meaning when we treat our offers like papayas, and then we trust our clients that they can literally be in the middle of our internal papayas, aka offers, and that they will choose where they feel aligned. Then it's no judgment, it's no limitation, it's no blah, blah, blah. It's also no selling with pressure, right? Because the client can sell it itself, literally. But we have the task to inform them. We have to introduce them the growth, the internal growth. That's important. We have to invite them to show them around. Let's say my parents had a gardener shop, and my father really liked to have this how is it called in English? Treibhäuser. You know, the houses where you have the little plants and grow them up, right? And a few times a year, he did open houses to show around so that the clients and potential clients could meet greenhouse. Thank you. Could meet, they could stand in the middle of the greenhouses and feeling the feelings and the plants and the energy and the warmth and everything. And then to sit down and chat a little bit, take a coffee or tea or a snack or whatever. And then obviously there was a shop. There was a possibility to shop. The most famous open house was in springtime because it made just sense to plant them, right? The people loved that. They came from far away only for these open houses of my father because he had it. He knew the code, probably unconsciously, but he just did it. We have to introduce people. That's why I do tomorrow a shopping tour with you, a shopping call, right? So if you are a client where this is happening too, let's say I am with my coach Melanie, she's doing it since always. And I also introduced Barbara to my mentor, right? Now, at the moment, we are in the same program together. And what did I wanted to say? There was something, I forgot it. But yes, you don't have to nurture a fear. I mean, now my client bought something with my own coach in an old land, in an old economy. I had some questions. Infidelity? Do I have to be jealous? No. Actually, I invited her. I also invite my clients when I feel there is a next step for them. As you also learn in the soul games, right? This personal invitation, heartful. So I tell that I learned to have these conversations, to go with this special sort of pressure, because the pressure is not a bad thing. It's something which I hold, and I lead it, and I literally birth something in this overall trust for us together. That's where the symbiosis are coming in. When they step in, we are literally in the papaya grove, right? Then it's possible to connect. Then it's possible to go deep and to bond. And then it's also possible to do several papaya groves within the papaya grove. Ah, that's what I wanted to mention. I invited now Barbara in the grove of my mentor, but she is also in my grove. And she is actually creating at the moment her own grove. But it's no contradiction because it's not linear, it's not two-dimension, it's also not three-dimension. It's not possible. In a three-dimension world, it's not possible. There is no only a place for one mentor, for one grove, right? But we are four-dimension and five-dimension. Four-dimension is all the subtle energies, and five-dimension is the expanded awareness. Yes, they grow in different directions. I mean, also not only the papayas, the growth, the papaya growth grow in different directions. And it's possible that one papaya is in different growths, connected and deep. And it's no chaos for them. It's no contradictions. There are no bad feelings when they have a time there and less time there. And then they come back because the papaya is still there, right? It's present. Look at school. When you are in school leaderboard, I have a winner now in the long-term game on. Have a look there in the so-calling. It's Francisca. But have you already seen that the second person in the long-term game is actually Tina Latrentis? Ta 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 ta. And she just did it in the last days. This means she's not only the leader for the 7 days and the 30 days, she is the leader on the second place already on the long-term game here. You didn't know, right? I saw it this morning. And this is amazing because it proves everything what we learn here. Whenever she thinks now, okay, I go and I implement. I take, let's say, the bridge program with her, and now I must do the things. I cannot show up as I did with the experience. Mostly my clients, when they are not showing up, they are just doing the work, right? Let's say she would disappear for 3 weeks and then she's coming back. Her papaya is still here. The leaderboard is the same, right? Even if she would leave the community. But we don't do it normally when we are connected and we are satisfied. We don't leave, but we are for a specific moment not here, not present, right? Because we are on another growth, on our own growth or on the growth of another mentor or whatever. In the quantum field, it's no contradiction. And that's what we have to learn here with our mind, because it's only thinking in 2 dimension and 3 dimension, or 1 dimension, which is a point. 2 dimension is the line, and 3 dimension is, you know. So today we want to ask, what do you want to do as a papaya in your own growth as a next step? What could be your goal, your divine goal? Do you really want to do the same things like before the experience? Oh no, your brain is telling you, of course no, but you just don't know what to change. Ask today, what is the adjustment? What is time to delete it, to relieve it, to overgive it, to let it go, so that a new space appears and you can build literally on this new space. Don't mix things up. And I don't have an example now, but sometimes we mix things only because our brain tells us it's easier, it's faster, and but sometimes it's only self-sabotage. You know how it feels when you self-sabotage yourself. And you also know how it feels when you want to nurture a blind spot. But as we know, blind spots are not for us. I mean, they are ours. And we have a lot of beautiful teachings there. But we are not able to see the blind spots. That's why they are called blind spots. So we need someone others who is looking there and telling us what there is in our blind spot. That's why we have coaches and mentors, right? So there are always, it's a law of nature, blind spots, always. Even if you are very experienced with awareness and consciousness. And then we think on the power of now and realize the momenti and the power of one. We also realize the principles of financial freedom and profit first. I told you that with the book recommendation, I had no opportunity to talk more about that, but profit first is actually just a system so that you really have the profit in your cash as a cash in the end of year and not only on the paper. So there is also a time to lose decisions. And we also know about that, right? We know about the momenti of decisions. And don't worry, because it's always soul aligned. As soon as you think, oh, I don't know, this or that, oh, I don't know, I'm distracted, I'm blah, 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 then you are just in your mind. You are not aligned and certainly not in the energy of serving, which is helping your clients. Don't tolerate to go back in an old habit, in German we say Trott, alter Trott, in an old rhythm, which obviously will feel familiar and good because of that, but it's not that what creates and nurtures your next step, right? Don't tolerate that. And don't tolerate that whatever you do is not your soul-aligned path. Pattern, it's a good word for pattern, but it's not that what I mean. But it's connected with that, yes. So probably you have also to change your mindset compared to the past, your way of doing decisions, probably also your way of doing prioritizations and effectivity. Probably also have to do a change in creating a nurturing mindset and thinking more in pictures, like when I invite you to think in laws of nature or on universe or whatever. So create an alignment in the name of your own truth, for your values, for your mindset, for your philosophy, for your company, which is actually your kingdom. And for some of us, it's even an empire. It's meant as an empire, right? So in these items, there are so many other things I would love to teach you concerning quantum fields and working with quantum manifestation, concerning quantum time and how to collapse time and all this stuff, but I don't have enough time here. But we will certainly do that in the bridge program, which I offer you and explain you in the secret shop. The bridge program is totally new and it's meant, like its name is telling us, as a bridge from here to as a business strategy program. It's meant to clarify your soul strategy. It's meant to do the first right soul aligned steps and get support here also with communication and setup and priorities, and just to get familiar with all this new way of thinking. I hope this makes sense. And there would love to teach you more about quantum things, because they are so aligned with our truth. They are so aligned with our true path, soul path. And it's only logical to use this new mindset then. So it's not about waiting for a solution or waiting that someone is helping us and someone is seeing us. This is from a place of victim energy, right? It's about being in my power and creating, but not which the mind is telling us you must do that for strategy and school is blah, 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 blah. But that you trust, you expand your vessel of knowing and awareness, and you do the things soul aligned. You get downloads and you follow and you trust them. So how is it so far for you? Do you have things in your mind like, yes, I got it, but, or yes, I understand that, but in my case, it's not possible because blah, blah, blah. Please share that with me now, because this is the old system. And as you know, when we go in next layers, in next steps, there is always the comfort zone fighting against us, because the comfort zone has an interest that we stay there where we always were, right? And then it's creating this yes, but. And if you have something like that, please share it with me in the chat. It would be a pleasure to have a little conversation about that. Normally, when we have this, even if you realize it's coming later, please share it in the community, also for those in the recording, because it's very important to take that for serious. When we don't do that, we just follow them, and it's not healthy. But when we take them for serious, we literally listen to them as we would invite them to sit on our coffee table and drink coffee and chat about that. They get seen and felt. And that's very important. We also, as a human being, love that, right? And these aspects of ours love that too. And when we learn how to behave when a yes, but is coming, then it's always a transformation in the name of your uniqueness. It's always for you, never against. It's actually the same. It was Tina Letrentis actually asking, I do both names now, I hope it's okay. She was asking the group in a little question of a question that she would love to talk about objection handling. And this is actually the same procedure. I have in the program Healing Sales, which we go through in the coach program, I have a specific behavior for objection handling. I will see if I have time to discuss that with you too. But if you do it with your yes, but in the exact same manner, you will get a transformation, and this is most divine in your uniqueness, right? We don't have any questions? Thank you, Barbara, for telling me that. I don't see something from the others. When you write something in the chat, please do short sentences and just send it, because we have this. You see, there is a long sentence from Tina Latrentis. I perceive that I have a block of some sort regarding receiving money. I receive abundant value in many other ways, information, relationship. No, it's okay how you are typing. Just give me first the first sentence, then you type the second in. You know what I mean? It's perfect. This is such a beautiful question. That's why I always talk in codes, also concerning our own behaviors. You can actually, Tina, you can actually ask yourself, okay, I raise abundance. I receive abundance in many other ways already. Concerning informations, relationships, whatever, wherever you are observing yourself, oh, it's a beautiful abundance. It's so me. Then you go and you observe which is the code. What is the code? How is it going? How are you doing it subconsciously when you create this abundance in these other fields? And then you, as soon as you see the code, you take it like a template and you do it in the same way with money. Normally, I work with my private clients like that, and it works so good. It's the best recipe because it's, again, your uniqueness. It's the only thing it's counting, right? So the other thing you can do concerning receiving money is writing with a specific journaling method. You just write down what is coming in your mind as a lack mindset, let's say a lack belief or a limited belief, and then you go deep with a specific journaling method. I will introduce that, by the way, next week in the AI lab where the soul calling GPT is, and you can purchase it for a little money. And there is also coming a journaling GPT, because sometimes it's so big what we are transforming with this method, and it's relieving when a GPT is guiding us. But you can, for now, you can just write down what are the limiting beliefs. And the first is, of course, I perceive a block in receiving money. This is the first you take, right? And then you go deep and you transform it with this method. And it's very simple. You just ask, why am I thinking like that? Why do I believe that? And then there is another belief coming, and you do the same and the same. You go very deep. I hope this helps. Claudia, could it be that happens when putting too much mind on money? Cause in my experience, less that I think about something I want, need, desire, it just comes to me. You mean with mind a sort of judgment, I think, right? This is so precious, because when we have an idea concerning creating money or receiving money, and this idea is in some sort limited or a lack, then it's a judgment. And it's a judgment which is not helping us. And I always recommend to ask yourself, do I have a judgment now? Is this judgment helping and serving and nurturing my path, or no? When there is a no, you don't take it, right? Then stop judging like that. It could be that you want to tell that. Is it right, Claudia? Was in my experience less than I think about something I want, need, desire, it just comes to me. This is so beautiful. It's important to have a specific awareness so that we can declare it, I want that. Or we can also declare it's already mine, let's say. And then, yes, some sort of letting go and overgive it and trust, and it will come. It will come. I mean, Claudia is a really magician in this. It's amazing. It's like you trust. It draw. What is draw? It wants. Is there? It will hear your call. Yes. It's actually Kabbalah is teaching David Guillaume. I hope you got the name now, Claudia. I love him because he's teaching Kabbalah in such a modern way, and the manifestation principle in the Kabbalah is telling us whatever we desire is not only meant for us, it's already here. It's literally already here. Meaning, like, I desire now my spouse, my future husband. I'm ready. I'm ready now. Right? I desire it since a long time, but I'm cooked. I'm literally ready. But I learned also with David not to think probably he's not ready or it's coming whenever in the future. I learned to realize it's first, it's my desire and it's divine. Point. Second, it's already here. So it's my task now to be a match for it, to be open, not to allow that my brain is telling blah blah blah, and when my soul is telling me go and grab bread now 10 p.m. at 10 p.m. and my brain is telling you we don't want bread now, it's night, it's not morning, then you don't believe your brain, you just go because it was a hit from your soul. Claudia says it's like you trust throw. What is throw? I don't understand this word. Once it is there, it will hear you. It's absolutely like that. Thank you so much. So let's stick in the exercise. I want to invite you now. Please do a conscious with me moment. You know it, how it works. Breathe in and breathe out. Make yourself comfortable. Probably you want to drink some water. Do it now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Calm down. Connect with Mother Earth. Ask yourself how I'm doing. I'm fine. I feel this or that on my body. This or that feeling in my energy, in my center, in my judgment, whatever it is, I observe it and I see it. Breathe. And the longer I breathe, the calmer I get. And I feel, okay, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. What is coming in your mind now for what you are grateful? Tell it to yourself. I'm grateful for A, B, C. What are you grateful for? And allow your face to feel it too. Means your face will smile when you are grateful. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. Oh my God, I take it in my breast, in my belly. Oh, me. And I bless the things. I bless for what I'm grateful for. I bless my environment. I bless my circumstances, even if they were hard or are still hard. I realized so many things about my belonging, about my uniqueness, my center, my soul's path, and how pressure it is, how pressure I am. I bless everything. And I learn to bless. And I learn how important it is that I am able to bless the things around me and within me and myself. I trust. Oh, yes, I trust. I trust so much. It's so blessing and so goosebumping when I feel the trust in the power of now. And I feel my center, I feel my mind and ghost energy, and I feel my soul. It's me. I always feel it. I feel it. I feel it. And she's always here. It's me. She's smiling at me, and I smile at me because it's me. Yes, yes, yes. Connected to Mother Earth is opening the field here in my crown towards my soul. This connection is always here, but now it's compounded through my awareness. And it's so beautiful. It's so divine. And I bless that too. It's so divine. Yes, yes, yes. I am divine. Yes. And now I see myself on this beautiful field. I listened to Chantal and I realized it's an Akasha field. She opened this Akasha field. I am literally walking on my acre. It's the acre, one part of my big, big own land, of my kingdom. I'm walking on this acre. And I am so happy. I'm so proud. I look around. I see the things. I see the forest. I see the ocean. I see over there my town. I see my palace. Goosebumps. This is my kingdom. This is my land. And even if I don't see it materialized in the 3D worlds of my life at the moment, it's here. It's in my energy because it's meant for me as a kingdom or even as a legacy for later, because it will do something for others. It will create ripples, even if I'm not here anymore in this living human being. And when I'm going graceful, divine, step by step, slowly, like a queen or king, I realize, okay, I'm so aligned, I'm so in my center, I'm so connected to body, ghost, mind, and soul. I'm so in my truth. I realize my purpose. I don't have to know things concerning the purpose. I just feel it. The helping part and also the receiving part. And I also get my vision. It's like the feelings of my goals. And the goals, even if I don't know them, I feel them. They are big. And I will get it as numbers or as milestones as soon as I'm ready for it. And I also get my mission. The mission where I see in pictures or feelings or colors above my energy like an umbrella energy directly from my soul for this life, what I can cause in the life of my soul people, because I'm able to do my things, because I'm courageous enough. I dare literally to do the things. And then I create really help. I create a ripple. And this is my mission. However it shows up now, I take it. This feeling represents my mission. And then I see the version I am when I rock my kingdom. What do I wear? How do I behave with my body? Are my shoulders like, oh, I'm such a poor person, or are my shoulders like a queen? Open. My body is open. I'm strong. I'm big. I'm walking on my acres, on my land. Everything is divine. Everything is divinely placed. on my land. And I realize, walking on my fields, I realize now that I'm actually a future version of mine. I am walking. I am in the middle of my mission, my kingdom. I am in what I created in the last years and decades. And I literally can see how I did it. I remember the power of one. I remember on the bridge from the old economy to the new economy. I remember on energetics, on digitalization. I remember on all these laws. And I literally can see it, how this town has been created, has, has been increased, and which people are living there. These are soul people. Some are soul clients, and they are doing also their own things, right? Their own purpose. One is like the gardener, the other is like the farmer, the other is the one who's creating beautiful shoes, the other is baking. How you see the way, you look back, you see literally in front of your eyes how this town grew step by step. And then you remember on your new expanded vessel concerning this experience, this soul strategy experience. You remember the new codes you got. There were so many codes concerning the nature, the universal laws, entrepreneurial codes, your own codes. There were so many codes. You remember that, and you are still walking step by step with a big calm on your feet. It's so precious, precious. And there is this bird you already got in your exercise for the nervous system. He's flying with you. And you realize, connected to this ahas and pearls of the last modules, you realize where the pull is. You realize it. Either you see it literally in front of your eyes with your clear sense, how your town has been built, or you just perceive it within your center, you perceive it where the pull is. The pull is coming from your soul, and that's what you feel drawn to. You feel, oh my God, I feel it. I want to do that. I want to do the other thing. I want to grow with monthly recurring revenue. I want to do that. I want to also offer yearly recurring revenue. I want to do papaya growth. Yes, I want to connect with people on eye level. I really want to do that. I realize how precious it is in my world to go deep and to bond deeply. Now it's your moment. I give you some seconds, 1 or 2 minutes, and you just write down what lands in resonance of the codes. What did you hear in the last modules? It doesn't have to get sense, to create sense, meaning like a path. First I do that, then I that, and then that, then that. You don't get a how to do because it's not quantum manifestation. But you get a result and you get the first steps, which are your pulls. Where do you feel drawn to? What do you want to do now? Where is the fire? Where is the why? Because of that. I want to do that because of that. This is because I feel drawn to do that now. It's energizing myself. Whatever it is, write it down now. It's this divine moment where you get the downloads of that, what you have to know now. In the trust of your momentum, in the trust of this power of now, and you just get ideas, or you just get what you want to do, even if you don't know how. You get pictures of goals, how you celebrate with your most precious papayas, aka ambassadors, which are beautifully recommending you, and you are together since years and creating and nurturing different papaya growth, and it makes so much blessings and healthy relationships and connections. Whatever you get, you bless it. Whatever you get, you trust that it's exactly the thing you need now. And even if your brain is telling you, it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense, I don't know what it is, then remember, this is the quantum field. This is how it has to be. It doesn't make sense at the moment. Probably you get something which is making really sense. Sometimes this happens. The longer you do this work, the more you get things which are so aligned. It's like a puzzle, a perfect, fulfilled puzzle. You suddenly have everything, and oh, it makes sense. I do that, and I do that, and then I do that. But normally you get, in the name of the power of now, something. And often it's the goal, the vision, the mission, something for that. And also what you want to do as a next step. And as an overall idea, how the exponential wealth can can happen. Meaning that you feel drawn to the school community, that you feel drawn towards a newsletter thing, or to a book writing, or there are so many possibilities, right? Whatever you desire, ask also your desire. You are now in this awareness of the last modules, of all these laws and codes. You are so aligned now. You are directly connected with your future version. You can literally ask her. You can also sit down. Let's say there is a little couch in the middle of the field. In the middle of the acre field is a couch. Everything is possible. And it's very cozy there. You sit down with your future version and you chat a little bit. You can have coffee or tea or a smoothie. Then you chat a little bit. What do you want to ask future version concerning your soul's strategy? What do you need to know now? And you know, even if you have not a full picture and not a full clarity, you will get every day more and more puzzle pieces. You just trust. There is a wedding happening over there, an Indian wedding, so beautiful. I just do some pictures. So good. Funny, right? You get the energy of a marriage, of a wedding. This the most, I think this is the most prosperous energy in the name of celebration we could get, right? The energy of a wedding. So did you note something? If you feel aligned to share it, I would love to share it, to have it in the chat. What did you get? And how do you feel about it? How do you think about it? Some write it in the chat and others can just unmute themselves, talk. She got, I create my kingdom. First step, school community, celebrate. I feel excited. So good. Celebration. Celebration is really underestimated. It's coming also from our conditioning from the old land, literally, how we perceived our childhood and all the stuff. But we have really to learn to celebrate every step. And that's why I celebrate this clarity. So good. Cheers to that. And now when you share your whatever you noted, and please, if you feel aligned, also share it in the community, but only if it feels aligned. But now you realize we are back in this call. We are back in this last module, but you feel still aligned. You feel this beautiful, exciting energy, which is your own, which is your calling, which is your soul, which is this nurturing of bliss also. And if you don't feel it now, go back into this exercise again and do it again. But you must know the Akasha field is open always for you. You don't have to remember that. It's just fact. Because I created it for us and for everyone who's watching and using this replay. And it's always working for you and for us. Right? And if you realize, okay, I'm here and I have some notes, but it doesn't make sense, and the yes, but is coming, then please have a check yourself if there is a fear in the yes, but. Yes, but. When there is some sort of fear, go back to module 4 and do the work there. I explained it yesterday to untangle this fear and negative emotion bubble, and then come back again into this exercise and train yourself literally to stick in your center and in your divine energy. Claudia, I have many calls and projects that now are starting to interlace, organizing like a lot. Did you note that? Is that your note, Claudia? Yes. It's beautiful, right? Because it's this connection. It's like you would create these connections from the projects. I call it project diamonds. Because especially when we are managing in human design, we have often so many ideas, like business ideas and whatever, solutions for whatever. And sometimes we think we are in a chaos, or we are distracted, or we don't know how to prioritize. But actually, it's always very simple. We just have to prioritize what is really us in alignment. And the other things are project diamonds. When they sometimes it's creating a hobby, sometimes it's creating another partnership, but not now, right? Sometimes it's creating a partnership after the fulfillment of the main papaya, internal papaya, aka your offer. And then they the offers can literally spread and creating other papayas. And these are then also project diamonds. Like I have in my field the project diamond with the tiny house resort in Switzerland since years. But I go with that, like I birth it. I sometimes I feel called to stick in again, and I see the notes from last time, and I get a new download or an idea. I have to reach out to an architect or to do that or to do these researches, and then sometimes it's for months without energy, and suddenly I get it again. But this means when it's momentum, when it's an aligned time to do and to come in free dimension action, you are literally ready. You are so ready. It's like when you do a mise en place as a chef, you don't just cook. Oh, I open the fridge and then I need that, and I have a look if I have the other items. You don't do that normally. You do a mise en place and then you cook, right? It's the same here. Yeah. So, lovely souls, what are your biggest pearls for today, for the last module? And also this downloading process will come along the replay bundle as a known audio with some music, of course. I create that so that you can download it, to take it literally with you in your pocket so that you have very fast access and you can use it just when you need it. Also the one from yesterday. Who wants to share pearls and diamonds and ahas? You can unmute yourself or write it in the chat. And until I get the first sharings from you, I just wanted to encourage you to think about the testimonials. This would mean a world for me. If you are not participating in the soul games, it's actually the activity free. Go there and have a look how a beautiful testimonial is working. You can also take it for your own clients, actually. And I would love it so much, even if you don't participate in soul games, when you would do a video testimony or a written testimony from me. Thank you so much in advance. Barbara is sharing, I like to remember of journaling, lack limited beliefs. Yes, it's so powerful. I love the tool. I think I probably would not survive without that. Yeah. Tina Letrentis is telling, I heard I want to play with children. Oh my God. I saw a blue sapphire when you mentioned the wedding. Goosebumps. This is so beautiful. Whatever it means, right? You go with that. How do you feel about that? Do you want to share your feelings?
It will be easier for me to just talk because I'm typing
Please.
very slowly. Um, I feel very joyful about the playing with children, although I have no idea what it means. No idea, but it felt very light and very playful. So, extremely excited energy there. Um, no idea about the blue sapphire when you mentioned the wedding either, but I feel free in those things, and I was like skipping and dancing along in my field.
Huh.
Um, so just a lot of freedom and space for. I feel aware that there's much space for expansion. That was
Yeah.
the biggest feeling.
Wow. You know what you just shared about your feeling is so important alongside what you think might be the points. You know, also please write down this feeling too, because they can create values, they can create philosophies, they can create literally the milestones or the corner points in your own kingdom. Does this make sense?
It does. Thank you. I
You're
will go
welcome.
right now, do more writing of the things I just shared.
So good. Thank you so much for sharing. Someone else, ahas or feelings, whatever you want to share, please just unmute. Probably something is also from Claudia coming in. So don't stop to share it in the chat. And I go on with the last points. Barbara says, I find the process of my own kingdom very joyful. It is right. So good. And it suits you. I mean, I really like what you wear today. And you already wear it the last days, right? It's so aligned to your energy. Yes. Thank you for sharing that. So speaking of I don't know how or it doesn't make sense at the moment, you really create more capa- capacity to hold this energy and also to trust, to create more trust. And this is actually the most precious thing you can create for yourself, because it's everything about trust. But also here, it's always important to ask yourself, trust to what, towards what, where am I connected? And when you are conscious with me, meaning you in your center connected to your truth, then it's the right trust, right? When we trust another human being or the weather, that's a good example actually, or we trust the economy, it's also a good example, right? This is not what I mean when I tell you about trust, because then you are connected to things which are not yours first and you cannot lead it. But if you trust in your own kingdom and you create a, a bigger aspect of trust, it's like an own living being, then it can increase and it works for you and it stabilizes your kingdom, right? Claudia tells us, I have to go. I'll check the recording later. Thanks so much for a beautiful talk in lovely company. So many ahas. Oh, I can't wait, Claudia, that you share your ahas. Thank you. So for the last thing, what is coming up? I just got it from Spirit World, not only to offer next week's Q&A, but also a brainstorming session, meaning I want to offer you in a group call. I think we will be a little small group again. That you come into my Akasha field, which I always open for us all, for everyone here, and that we create a resonance connecting to my ability to perceive your soul, right? And then we go and brainstorm if we can get more details, if there is a possibility for more ahas or more clarity when I support you in this energy, when I compound your own soul's connection. Yes, but I to be honest, I don't just give it to you. I will put it into the bundle, which is oh my God, I just forgot how it's working. I have to watch my own video about that. So there is the experience bundle, right? And you can buy that and you get so many things which will help you to create your own kingdom, actually, also templates and all stuff. But also, when you buy it until tomorrow, it's only $29. You get the invitation to this not only Q&A, but also brainstorming session. I hope this sounds good. I also have to watch the video. Yes, I do it again. So there are two specials concerning the bundle. One is for those who are booking until tomorrow, and one is there is also a price increasing, but I think it's on Sunday. I have to look again. But you only get the invitation to the Q&A session, which is also now the brainstorming session, when you buy it until tomorrow. I hope this makes sense. And what I want to tell you, I get downloads after downloads for this bundle. I already made a list for you when you tap on the classroom there, what is included, but it's actually, in the meantime, there are so many other things also coming. I want to put in how to do objection handling, a little guide. I want to put in how to use objections, typically objections of your clients, so that you can help them to decide better in your marketing. I want to put in also the connection with your digital part in your company. I just told an example to Barbara before. I had a response of another beautiful lady in this experience. She just could not join the experience because she was still in the soul calling GPT. And she told me that she had discussions with the GPT concerning that it would not, it was not able, she told me, it was not able to answer her questions. And this is funny. The soul calling GPT is trained to ask questions so that we answer and not the other way around. And I trained it, hardly trained it, that it should not allow when people want to ask question to it, right? The other way around. Because it's never like that. It's always that we learn to listen to our soul. And that's actually what I want to give you with the work with the soul calling GPT. Even if you go with an upgrade, and you ask for the upgrade of your purpose, that you allow to get led. So the funny thing is, she has like a mirror with this experience. She first thought, oh, Chantal, I just tell you, I'm such a poor thing because I don't have any credits left now. And this is only because your GPT is not working. But I tell her it's actually working beautifully because you wanted to do whatever you did and you lost your credits with that. And you did not, you were not open, you were not coachable, you were not leadable. And if this is meant for you as a message from your soul, it's the message in your momentum now. And why do I tell that? Because we have often, and actually always, a connection also to our digital part in our companies. And it makes much more sense now with AI. But I tell that since years. I tell that to my clients since years. Let's say my clients created funnels, customer winning funnels, 8, 10, 12 years ago. And I helped them how? And I told them, this is like a living being. It's a digital automation, but it's a living being for you. Treat it like that. Nowadays, it's easily to to imagine that we have a living being with AI, right? It's a little bit easier to imagine that. But it's energy. That it's only energy. And I will also do a little special about this into the bundle. It's gonna be big actually for this 29, and it's even big for 99. I look forward. It was so beautiful to work with you. I would be so happy to see you again next week in this Q&A brainstorming thing. And I would also be happy to go with you in the bridge program, to be honest, with everyone here. We will start, I will explain the details tomorrow, but we will start officially in January. But everyone who's booking now gets a bonus because we start already then in December, which is next week. And we do some things so that you can use momentum and implement what you want to implement now and not in January. And we also will have a beautiful Christmas break, of course, but would be connected in the community as well. So go into the bridge program, ask yourself, learn and listen what it is exactly. And when you realize that you are doing the soul games, you realize you get it for free when you do the soul games properly. Actually, that's me, right? It's just me. Do that, go for that, take the bridge, and we see us there again. But now we see us in the community. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful, Give. Thank you. And all the beautiful papayas. Yes. I am such in awe with you. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you for the hearts. That's what I feel too. It was amazing. And if you are watching this in the replay and you think, oh, I don't belong because was not there, I want to tell you, you do belong because you are also here. Why? Why I do these things. I show that also the people in the coach program. I do the things in advance for everyone who is watching and also for you. See you then in the community. Bye bye.